Cainta is one of the oldest municipalities in the province of Rizal, Philippines. With a population of over 323,000, Cainta is the second most populous municipality in the Philippines, rich with history and tradition. It's been fascinating getting to know the team from Cainta. From the first time we started talking about this project, there was an overwhelming sense of unity amongst the group. It's very clear that teamwork is a major part of their culture. One of the things we learned from Spencer was just how resilient and adaptive they are. 2020 was a rough year on the entire world, but the Philippines not only had to deal with the global pandemic caused by COVID-19, they also experienced a volcano erupting in January, causing ash to spew everywhere for 2 to 3 days, in addition to typhoons causing families to have to evacuate due to floodwaters. It was a devastating year, but everyone seems to remain upbeat. The Percepta team loves to celebrate wins, have recognition events, and now themed to virtual meetings. They work hard, but they also play hard. And they have a deep love of karaoke.
We do love the karaoke. So before, there were even times we're in one of the meeting rooms, we set it up as a karaoke booth. So anybody during their breaks, or if somebody has a team meeting, they have extra time, they just go in that room and belt it out, pick a song and just sing it out. And so I was, we've done that a couple of times, just some of the things we do for fun. My name is Spencer Asgara. I've been with Percepta for almost 7 years now, joined in 2014. So I mainly care for the CRC, or Customer Relationship Center, side of the business, but I do support the site from a overall leadership perspective. So I kind of liaise with Teletech, being that we're in a Teletech site. So I work with the different managers, and not just like my direct manager, Steve, but I also work with Dan and Kurt and everybody from the senior leadership standpoint. Something interesting about myself, I'm a bit of a geek in some ways. So I paint miniatures, collectible miniatures. It's like a 28 millimeter size scale models. So I started getting into it really heavily this lockdown. So something keep my creative side going. So that's basically it.
So my name is Angie Flores. I'm one of the learning delivery supervisors who primarily support our awesome Manila training team. So I've been with Percepta for a little over 3 years now, and I hope to have more years with the company, because it's such a joy every day to be working with trainers like Shermaine and the rest of my trainers in Manila. Something interesting about myself, I have a 6-year-old daughter, and prior to the pandemic, every weekend we try to make sure that we bring her out, and we will normally wear the same dress. So we're into this OOTD, or outfit of the day, where we wear similar dresses or similar shirts. And lately we've been including my husband, so it's fun to see all of us wearing the same thing.
Hello, everybody. My name is Shermaine Samario. I'm a training specialist based off of the Manila site. Coming this March 7th, I'll be celebrating my 10th year anniversary with Percepta. Woohoo! So I'll tell you more about my journey. So I started off as an email agent, basically a customer service representative, assisting the Tier 1 email program. From being a customer service representative, I worked my way up to the operations team. I became a operations supervisor for warranty assistance team. After a few years, I felt like, hey, I want to move back to Tier 1. I feel like, I want to expand my expertise with customer service representative, customer service. So I went back to Tier 1. I became the second team lead for the second team of the Tier 1 inbound team in Manila, which I'm very proud of, because we only started with one team, and now we've actually expanded to 16 teams. Now, after a few years being a supervisor with the Tier 1, I felt like, hey, um, why don't I try the training team, being a training specialist? Because um, it's my passion to help others out and share my expertise, my knowledge, skills, and I want them to be as successful as I am. So 3 years ago, I became part of Angie's team, which I think is a
Okay.
very good decision because the training team in Manila is the most engaged team I could say within the Manila side. So now I'm a training specialist and I'm very glad that I am able to train and facilitate sessions not only for the Manila programs but also globally. Whenever I introduce myself and they ask for a fun fact, this is what I always say. Um, I am a night person, and as you can see, it's 5:29 in the morning in the Philippines. So I'm a night person. I'm always awake at night. Coffee keeps me up, and that's what my body clock is for 10 years now. So even on weekends, I stay up all night. And I think that's a cool part because if it's weekends, I'll just watch whatever movie or series I want, and it's also quiet because it's just me who's awake.
Percepta Manila is like basically a big family.